It's about 8:20 in the morning. I'm on my way to Starbucks. I've got to get some work done. I left the baby with Grandma. She was not happy about such an arrangement, but she will be fine. Grandma is the only other person in her circle of trust. And Grandma plays with her all day long, which she has finally realized that when Grandma comes over, she gets undivided attention, as opposed to me, who's always trying to work during the day. So she'll be fine. But that tooth is still not out. I was like digging around in there. Can't feel the sharpness yet. So she's still pretty miserable. She was up a lot last night, coughing and snorting and sneezing. She's like all congested. Terrible. So we're still on the Tylenol, ibuprofen, gas drops, humidifier, Vicks baby rub on the chest and feet bandwagon. And I have so much to do. I'm like a little stressed about it. I'm gonna go to Starbucks. I'm gonna get myself a drink, a decaf one, because I don't need more anxiety on top of my anxiety. And try to get some stuff done. I think the reason I'm stressed is this is probably the last Friday I'll have to actually work this year. So Friday is the only time during the week that I get to myself, and Friday morning when my mom watches the baby. So I try to do the really focused thinking on Friday mornings. I have all the way through the December planned and done for church. But next Friday, my mom is out of town, and the Friday after that's Christmas Eve, and the Friday after that, I think we're gone to visit Josiah's family. So it's kind of pushing it. Like I've got to get January nailed down, and like start writing those messages. Otherwise, I'm going to be so anxious in the week of Christmas. So fingers crossed. Wish me luck. I brought a protein bar and a banana. I may have to get something there to eat. I'm not sure. I made avocado toast for breakfast this morning with our neighbor's other avocado that they gave us. And my mom ate it and Nova gobbled it up. And I just was not feeling it. Like I took a couple bites and I just didn't want it. Like my body does not want that today. I don't know why, but I don't want it. So I need to eat something else. But also that's a reminder, right? When you're dealing with kids of any age, babies, toddlers, sometimes they just don't want what you're serving, and you have to not be emotionally attached to how much they eat. Like sometimes Nova barely touches her food, and sometimes she eats everything in the world and asks for more. I have to trust her to know what feels good to her body. Just like right now, if someone was like, one more bite, just try it, you'll like it. I would like totally put me off, and I already don't want the avocado toast this morning. So if you have kids, I don't know. She's not really in a picky eating phase yet, although I'm sure that's coming. Typically that's around 18 months to 2 years old. They go through a pretty significant selective eating phase. So I'll have to deal with that, I'm sure, and deal with my own reactions to that. But she definitely has refused to eat, and she's refused to try certain things, and it happens. Just gotta roll with it. Trust that she knows what feels good to her body. It is 4 hours later. It's noon. I just left Starbucks. I got a significant amount of stuff done. I'm completely ready for this weekend. I'm ready for the wedding I'm officiating tomorrow. I responded to a bunch of emails that have been weighing on my mind. And I got 4 weeks in January for the church planned, and 1.5 sermons written. That is pretty good. I feel like my brain is melting. So what I'm doing now, while I have a little bit more time, is I'm gonna go get a wax, which is something that I have done 2 times since Nova was born. I used to go, like every 6 to 8 weeks. I don't mind getting waxed. Like it's something that really makes me feel comfortable in my own body and like good about myself. It does hurt. So if you have never been waxed, like it is not a pain-free process, but I hate dealing with shaving. So I have a little extra time, and the wax place that I go to, or, have been to twice in a year, and only, twice the year before that, because the year before that was COVID. So they had an opening at 12:30, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can make that if I go right now. So I'm gonna go and do that. I also spent a little bit of time, like the last 10 minutes or so, finally doing a little bit of research on something that I've wanted to look up for quite some time, and that is soap making and lip balm making. I am determined, now that I am like 99% positive that I cannot have any beeswax on my lips, I am like determined to find something that I can put on my lips, even if it requires making stuff myself. So I did a little bit of research, and I found there's a vegan alternative to beeswax called candelilla wax. I think it's called candelilla. I want to say cannellini, but that's a bean. It's like candelilla wax. It's from a plant. So I found an Etsy shop online that sells tiny amounts of things. So I ordered like a teeny tiny amount of candelilla wax, like maybe 2 ounces. I ordered a teeny tiny amount of hemp oil, jojoba oil, and almond oil, I think, like 2 ounces of each. I may have already said this on a vlog, so if I'm repeating myself, please forgive me. But I ordered them. They should be here in a while, and I'm going to try the ingredients individually, putting them on my lips. Like, for example, I will start with the jojoba oil, put a drop on my lips 2-3 times a day for a week, unless a reaction happens, in which case I will immediately stop. If there's no reaction in a week, then I'll probably keep using it for another couple days just to make sure, and then that will be on a safe ingredient list. Once I have figured out what I can put on my lips without a reaction, I will then, like, for example, if the jojoba oil doesn't cause a reaction, what I'm going to do is mix a little bit of that with the candelilla wax, make a lip balm, use that. That way I will know for sure what is bothering me. If I have no reaction with the oil, but I do have a reaction with the wax, then I'll know that it was the wax. And if I don't have a reaction with either of them, then I'll know that this is a lip balm that I can make and use. And then I'll try to add a couple more ingredients. So it's going to be a long process, I think, but I really want to. Like, I really just want a lip balm that I can use. And I'm not going to add any fragrances or essential oils or anything like that until I'm absolutely positive I know what's bothering me. So once I figure it out, I may make a bunch and see if anyone wants one. If anyone else has sensitive lips, would like one. And I have wanted to try making soap for at least 6 months, maybe longer. I've always kind of been interested in the process, and I would really love to make soap. It is a bit of I have to buy a few things, like you need lye, you need oil of various kinds, you need a soap mold, etc. So I've been doing a little bit of research on that. I tend to go very slowly when I get excited about something, and it legitimately has been like 6 months I've been thinking about this, because I'll just dive right in and be like, oh, I need all the craft supplies to make all the new things, and then I'll just like abandon it a month later. So I really want to make sure, especially with such limited time in my life, that this isn't just like, oh, I just want to try it. Now, I could try it and hate it. That's totally a possibility. But I'm finding myself really interested lately, especially since Nova, in more natural type products, especially things that maybe I can make myself, because my skin has always been so sensitive. And since Nova, it has been doubly, like way ramped up the sensitivity of my skin. Like, my skin is drier. It's definitely more sensitive to everything. Even my clothing, like tags and stuff, are bothering me now when they didn't used to. So, like, my mom is very much the same way, that her skin is super, super sensitive. So I know it kind of runs in my family, especially with all the allergies and things that I have. But I'm interested in making natural, probably unscented, even though I do love a good scent, but natural, unscented soap for sensitive skin like mine. And I know that perhaps some of y'all would be interested in that as well. Soap making is it's not a hard process necessarily, it's just a time-consuming one. Once you melt and mix all the things, you mold it, then it stays in the mold for a day or two. Then you take it out of the mold and cut it, and then it has to cure for like 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, before you can use it as soap. You can use it before then, but it's not really going to hold up. The soap bar is not going to be hard. It's kind of going to disintegrate. So it really is like a month after you make it is when it's available to use. So it's not an instant process, much like crochet and knitting. So like I could make a batch of soap and I won't know if it bothers my skin until a month and a half later, because it'll take a month to cure and then I'll have to use it for a couple of weeks. So I don't know. I'm kind of just interested in exploring this avenue. I don't know when I'm going to find time to do it, but I'm putting it out there in the universe. If you make soap, like, comment below. Share with me a recipe. What is your experience making soap? If you don't make soap but you have sensitive skin, comment below and tell me what bothers your skin. And also, like, would you be interested if I made soap? Like, obviously I can't use a billion soap bars. If that is something that turns, like, I enjoy doing it and want to make soap more than just like once a year, would it be something you would be interested in having access to, like if I made soap? Just a question. These are just thoughts I'm thinking about. So I don't know, I'm interested. I did a little bit of research and it like makes me feel good. I could have worked for that extra 10 minutes, but I decided to take 10 minutes just for me to focus on something that I've been interested in for months. And it feels really good. It just feels really good to like give myself a little bit of space. So I appreciate that. Thanks, me. Pat myself on the back. So I'm gonna go get a wax now, and then I'm gonna go home and then snuggle a teething baby. And then my husband is actually going to see a movie tonight with a friend, which he hasn't done, since she's been born pretty much. So it'll be just me and the baby tonight for the first time in a long time. Josiah usually puts the baby down without me because I go officiate weddings like once a week. But it's been a while since I've put her to bed and he's not in the house. So that'll be different, but probably just fine. And I'm fingers crossed that she goes to sleep like a reasonable person. But I'm planning on ordering a salad from a local salad place. If you're in St. Pete, there's this place called Toss Salads and Wraps. I love their salads. Love them. And I'm probably going to treat myself and order a salad on Uber Eats. And just whenever she goes to bed, whether it's immediately with no fussing or an hour later with lots of fussing. Can you hear this? There's some fire engines going by. Hopefully nobody is injured. Whenever she goes to sleep, I'm going to have that salad to eat and look forward to. And Josiah will be home, so I'm going to like watch TV. What? I have no idea. Maybe I'll watch, there's new episodes of the Great British Baking Show Holiday Edition, so I'll probably watch that and like hopefully have the best night. Either it will just be the best because she went to sleep at like 6:30 peacefully, like a delightful, charming baby, or I'm going to need that as a come down from her crying for an hour. We'll find out. I'm going to stop rambling. I feel like I've been talking way too long in the car, but I'm going to go get myself a wax. This is your daily reminder to go do something for you, even if it is only 10 minutes of Googling soap making supplies. 7-Eleven. Make a wish. The baby is asleep. It took a half an hour and a lot of crying. And actually, I had to go back in twice. And the third time she got up crying, I was in the middle of changing the laundry. So I just decided to finish what I was doing, which probably was going to take me 2 minutes. And by the time I was done with that, she had laid back down. So then the internet didn't work. So I had to reset the router and the modem. So annoying. But I have my salad. And I'm going to watch the Great British Baking Show. And hopefully, when I'm done with my salad, have a little tiny bit of energy left to crochet. Because I really, really want to. I don't know what it is about bedtime that, like, kills me when it doesn't go well. If you're a parent, does bedtime kill you? Like, bedtimes are so hard for her. Nighttime has always been hard for her. When she's asleep, she sleeps pretty well, but, like, getting to that point has been a struggle for her entire life. And she'll be a year old tomorrow. And I just really, really struggle when she struggles with bedtime. Why? Why is it so hard? I don't know, but I'm going to eat my salad and be calm and happy. This is the face of someone who just discovered that there is not one, but two episodes of the Great British Baking Show Holiday Edition. So I am making popcorn right now. And I just had a couple of spoonfuls of this. If you're not a person who can't do dairy or doesn't do dairy, the So Delicious cashew milk ice cream, in my opinion, best non-dairy ice cream in existence. And I have fed ice cream the vanilla, the chocolate Oreo, and I have another one that's like caramel, I don't remember. I have fed that to multiple people who did not know it wasn't real ice cream. So, highly recommend. It's bedtime, but I thought I would show you some real, actual progress. My crochet tapeworms have become things that look like the beginning of panels. So the first one is this thick, and the second one is even 2 rows bigger, and you can see a pop of pink starting. I am officially into the third color of my DK Granny Stripe cardigan. The yarn for this was lovely, lovely yarn support provided by Shella, who is unique with fiber. So this is color number 1. I have this much left. Color number 2, I have this much left, but I still have 1 more row on this panel. And I just have done 1 row of color number 3, which looks like this. And do you know what the next color is? Is pink. Like, it's getting really pink. So I'm very excited to get into the pinks. I love the orange, but like pink though. We'll see. This works up literally so much faster than the fingering weight version. Go figure. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows tonight. That's a lot of rows. The baby has woken up once crying, so it could be a very long night. I don't know. I really want her to sleep. I really, not just for me, but like for her sake, because it's her birthday tomorrow. I want her to be rested. Not that she knows it's her birthday or cares, but like I care. I can't believe she's almost a year old. I'm definitely going to be all up in my feelings about that. So instead, I'm going to save those feelings for tomorrow, get this vlog ready, and go straight to bed. See y'all in the morning. 3 little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Summer came like cinnamon, so sweet. Little girls double dutch on the concrete. And maybe sometimes we got it wrong, but it's alright. The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Don't you think it's strange, girl? Put your records on, show me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. Go ahead, let your hair down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. Blue as the sky, sunburnt and lonely, sipping tea in a bar on the roadside. Don't you let those other boys fool you. Gotta love that afro hair too. And maybe sometimes we feel afraid, but it's alright. The more you seem to change, the more they stay the same. Don't you think it's strange, girl? Put your records on, show me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. You go ahead, let your hair down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. It's a little more than I can say. Pity for pity's sake. Some nights I lie awake. I thought that I was stronger. You're gonna realize that you don't even have to try any longer. Do what you want to. Oh, put your records on. Show me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. You go ahead, let your hair down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow.